Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeffrey Clark, your local guide and real estate agent, giving you all the information you need before making the big decision to move to St. Petersburg, Florida. Today, we're gonna dive right into the streets, get real one-on-one interviews with people who live in St. Pete, and ask them the questions that you'll wanna know answers to before you decide to make the move. St. Pete is a beautiful city that's been getting a lot of attention in recent years. It's a place where people are flocking to for the sunshine, the culture, and the relaxed lifestyle. But let me show you firsthand what people are saying, and without further ado, let's get into it. In St. Petersburg.
So we've lived here for 4 years now.
4 years. And do you guys rent or do you own a home?
We own.
You own. So what was that decision-making process like for you? Where did you come from? How did you select St. Pete instead of like Tampa?
So he's Coast Guard, so his station is actually out here. And when we moved down here, we knew we would be here for a while, so we decided buying. In the time frame it was a good time to buy.
Oh my God, 4 years ago, you guys have killed it.
It was a dream.
Yeah.
Perfect time. And yeah, we've fallen in love with it. We love it here.
What's your favorite thing about St. Petersburg?
I'd say that there's so much to do. Being here for 4 years, even pre-baby and now with a baby, there's endless amount of things to do with her, with us. It's like never-ending new things to do.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, we hear that a lot. Okay, if you had to pick one thing you don't like about St. Petersburg, what would it be?
I'd say the traffic, and sometimes it is an overwhelming amount of people. So that is probably the hardest part about getting around here.
That's the trade-off for getting things to do, is you have people who want to do the things.
Yeah, exactly, everywhere,
cool.
All over.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and your baby is adorable.
Thank you.
Here.
12 years.
12 years. And do you rent or do you own?
I own.
You own. Where did you move from and how did you decide on St. Petersburg?
We moved from Philadelphia. We moved here because of the weather and because it was a liberal city, and it had a good view on developing into, a bigger city.
Yeah. So you are the person who's lived here longest of anyone we've spoken here today. So how do you feel about the development the city's been going through the last decade? I mean, you've been here 12 years. You've seen everything change.
Right. I like it. I wish it were a little faster.
Oh, yeah.
I think getting contracts over here and going through City Hall is apparently like a big deal. So it's a little slow.
Yeah, definitely. What's your favorite thing about St. Petersburg and your least favorite thing about St. Petersburg, living here specifically?
The least favorite is the fact that the city really doesn't take care of the landscaping along the streets. So in the summertime, it becomes impossible to walk.
Yeah.
The most favorite is that we're finally getting a little more better restaurants.
Yes.
Public transportation, which I don't use, but I think it's important in order for a city to develop.
Yeah.
And the weather, except for
the last couple of weeks. Yeah,
last
in the storms.
Last year, yes, it's very hot.
Definitely. We hear a lot about St. Pete becoming a more foodie city. So that's been a common point that people have made. But I really appreciate you bringing up the public transportation because it's something the city is still lacking in, but they've made pretty big strides to do it better and better. And that is one point of feedback we get from a lot of people coming from other big cities is they're like, well, how do I get around?
Right. Yeah, it's very important to get around.
One last question is, why St. Pete and not Tampa?
Because Tampa, at the time that we moved, really didn't have anything downtown to live in. It wasn't until recently that Water Street really exploded.
Yeah.
So, and when we first moved here, we bought a house and we redeveloped the house. And then we moved out of the house. We moved to a penthouse on an apartment. And then we moved out and moved to a condo.
Nice. You've been all over.
Yeah, and then we were thinking of moving out again.
To where?
Back to Philadelphia.
Back to Philly?
Yes.
You missed the snow?
No, I missed the city.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Very cool. And what's your dog's name?
Miss Molly.
Molly, what do you think about living in St. Petersburg?
She's been living here for 4 months.
She's 4 months old.
She's a cutie. Well, thank you guys so much. Okay, so how long have you lived in St. Petersburg and where did you live before here?
I've lived here for about 8 years, and before this I lived in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. And do you rent or do you own?
I rent.
You rent? And what do you like about St. Petersburg? Why did you move here from Dayton? Why not go to somewhere like Tampa?
Well, if you've been to Dayton, you know I moved.
I have not been, so
It's-
shed some light.
It's very boring, nothing to do, and very cold. So.
Yeah, and you felt like St. Pete was the inverse of that.
Actually, my parents, I was in high school when I moved here in my senior year, and I loved it here. I mean, there's a lot of culture, has like a really great local vibe, and I didn't really have an option, but I'm glad they moved here instead of Tampa. So.
Yeah, and you stuck around.
Yeah, I did stick around.
Yeah. What is your like number one favorite thing about St. Petersburg, and what's your least favorite thing about St. Petersburg?
I love the downtown vibe. I feel like it's not super like corporate. Like there's a lot of things to do where you'll go into some other areas and some other cities. You'll go downtown and it feels very like businessy. Here it's like very much, there's a lot of recreational things to do, which I really enjoy. My least favorite thing about living in St. Pete is just recent development, and it's become pretty unaffordable for some people.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Have a good day.
You rock. Thank you. How long have you lived in St. Petersburg, and where did you move here from?
I've been here since August of this year, and I moved from Philadelphia, PA.
Wow, we just talked to a guy who moved here from Philly and
wow.
was thinking about going back because he misses the big city feel. How is your read on that situation?
I would say it's been good. I mean, I love the nice weather. I love being close to the beach, but I do miss the seasons from up northeast. All my family's back there, so still getting my footings here.
Yeah. And what made you decide on St. Pete as opposed to like Tampa just across the bridge?
My partner got a job down here as a veterinarian out of school, so it was kind of more of a circumstantial thing where this was closer than Tampa, and just seemed to have like a nicer vibe to it, friendlier people when we came to visit and compare. And obviously like the main strip here downtown felt closer to Philadelphia, where Tampa felt a little bit more businessy to us.
It's so funny doing these because a lot of people use the same adjectives, and that's been such a recurring theme for us here. It's just like friendly, cool vibes and things like that. What is your favorite thing about St. Petersburg, and what is your least favorite thing about St. Petersburg?
Favorite thing I would say is probably just the sunshine and the warmth. Least favorite thing, I'm not sure if I really have a clear one quite yet. I would say maybe just like a sense of community, really. It seems like a lot of people from all over the place here, definitely me included, so finding that sense of home in like groups here is a bit difficult at first.
Yeah, definitely. Well, dude, welcome to the Sunshine City. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
So there you have it, some interviews with real St. Pete residents about the things they love, the things that they don't love, and why they chose St. Pete over anywhere else in the country. If you're thinking about moving to the Sunshine City, please reach out. All of our information is below, and we would be delighted to help. Until next time, smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and comment below other video topics you'd like us to cover to help you decide to move to St. Pete.